everyone, this is Daniela Murray, and this is my response post for Module 4. And I would like to just take a few minutes to reflect on all of the responses my group members had. I haven't been in a group with a couple of people, and it's been so great how this is set up where we get to interact with different people every time. So I would like to sit and focus on their responses and what they bring to the tables, which is kind of nice to give credit where credit is due. Um, for Adam, he made a really good point, in my opinion, about how the majority of a social group needs to be on board to help a minority. Like, that really stuck out. And I think we're all kind of on the same page. In his video, he mentioned how he was trying to be conscious of the kind of words he was using. He didn't want to offend. I think we've all kind of learned and become more aware. Um, and sometimes it's hard to admit that we don't know. I think I mentioned this in class the other night. That's half the battle, just admitting that we don't know. Don't pretend, but make effort, learn, grow. Don't pull the card, the I don't know card all the time. I'm guilty of it. We all are, but you can't rely on that, right? Next, Brittany. I don't think I've had her in a group yet, so learned a lot about her in her post about she's writing a novel. Like, how cool is that? And I agree with her that a lot of the research and frameworks and theories in our books, um, a lot of the critiques and disadvantages that are widely noted is that there's just lack of research. Um, and that, not that that's okay, but that's recognized, and it's important to recognize that. Um, Another point that she made in her post was about how higher education needs to be a help of not only these special groups of people to transition what they're going through and transition to college and transition, following their heart, but also their transition into life outside of college. I didn't really think of that too much until she said something, and it's a good point. We can help them as much as we can, but we also need to help prepare them for what is going to be outside of the university walls. Next is Laura. I've been buddies with Laura for a long time. We've been in the program together since the second semester of the program, I believe. And I agree with her that one of the terms I've never heard before was the heteronormativity, if I pronounced it right. Um, and a point that she made that I agree is that, and I'm not sure if she got this from the book or she just is amazing and just thought of it herself, that we have to understand ourselves before we can try to understand others. Or it's just better to know yourself before trying to understand others. And and this goes for everyone. I think Laura mentioned it, and Sam and Bethany too, or is that everyone's kind of taking this information to the next level, that they want to research more, that they're curious, that they're using outside sources, um, which is great that it just is inspiring us to just dive into it more. That's what it should be, and it's inspiring. Um, Samantha did a really great job of just giving us an overall view of a couple of the major frameworks discussed in a couple of the readings. Um, and she explained about how she reached out to a friend that was bisexual and the kind of energy and what's it like to be a bisexual in the kind of social group she's in. That was interesting. I've always been a little nervous to ask, but why not? We can't learn unless we ask, right? um, that's it for me. I think it's great that we're putting these issues on the table and that we are using the MMDI um, framework throughout all these chapters, and that we get to meet with our students on Wednesdays, the athletes, even though that's been a little crazy lately, but doing the best we can, obviously. Kudos to the athletic department. Um, but I do see a lot of the things we talk about with my students, whether it be here or with my internship or at work. It may not be obvious at first or instant, but I think underlying it does all connect, and it's great that we get the opportunity to learn together. So I think that's enough as we're wrapping up 5 minutes. Good job, Daniela. Thanks, guys.